It appears that we have a correspondent joining us live from Ekiti, Ekiti, specifically, that's the state capital, to bring us perspectives. Is already on ground. Kunle Ojo standing by to give us live updates from Ekiti, the Ekiti state capital. Kunle Ojo, if you can hear me, good morning. All right. We believe that you are at the scene of things. How is the preparations going? Do we have electoral umpires already on ground, INEC officials, and do we have them on ground? Do we have materials already on ground set for voters to make use of this morning?
Thank you very much, Ife. I can report to you that I'm at St. Michael Catholic School in Ajidu Ado, one of the rack centers designated for the distribution of the materials for this morning governorship election in Ekiti State. And as you can rightly see behind me here, activity is ongoing. The distribution of materials is to various polling units in some part of Ado Ekiti. It's been done here, and some of the vehicles that have gone out before for the distribution of material that's coming back for another round of movement of the materials to various locations. And I drive around most of the town this morning. We discovered that as early as around 6:30, voters are there various polling units waiting for the INEC officials and other officials of the Independent National Electoral Commission and their materials to arrive. But here, activities going on is the movement of the materials, and any moment from now that the actual accreditation of voting will commence. But I can assure you that most of the materials stored at this particular location have been moved to various polling units for the actual exercise to commence.
Citizens are out already at exactly 6:30 a.m. this morning, ready to cast their vote. And I see a lot of security operatives behind you. How the number of security operatives I see, does it correspond with the level of security being provided for electorates? Do we have adequate security? From what I'm seeing, I see a lot of them, but do kind of that totally guarantee security in every other polling unit? Because I know you are at one at the moment. Do we have the same situation in other polling units?
Recall that during the week, some of the agents of the various political parties, they expressed the fear that the materials being moved from the office of the Independent National Electoral Commission. How safe are the materials? What warranted the number of security officials that we have here is as a result of the materials that we have here. As the material have been moved out of this place, we have a detachment, about 4 or 5 policemen attached to each of the vehicles that is out of this place to various polling units. Recall that a sizable numbers of security men, both policemen and army, were deployed for over 17,000 were deployed for this exercise. While the official officers of the Nigerian Security and Civil Defense Corps declared that they are declaring over 9,000. So we have enough security on ground, and I believe with the high level of deployment of security agencies, voters and electorate generally, they have no fear. There's no cause for any fear. There's no cause for fear.
All right. Just as we understand that there is good enough security to ensure that the polls go smoothly. Now, I want to ask you basically about the electorate. Now, we understand that they have showed their own enthusiasm to, elect their rightful choice of leadership for the next couple of years. However, now, there are enough security, like you said. Are you sure that the atmosphere around there, the security operatives, is not intimidating? When you have it in excess, sometimes I don't want to believe it to bring a level of intimidation to electorates. Are you sure that is not the situation?
I don't think that will come to play. Recall that events of the past few weeks in Ekiti, like most of the civil society organizations that have been speaking since 2 days ago have been expressing their fear with the level of violence that have trailed these that have been witnessed in Ekiti before today, and that they are calling for enough deployment of security men. and which I believe that the authorities of the Nigerian police and the army, they have responded to that call. As a result of those events, I don't think the deployment we have on ground will intimidate voters. And I equally believe that the voters themselves, they will be happy to see security men around them. Based on what has been happening in the past, I believe with the security, with the number of security men deployed and the number of them that will be attached to each of the polling units today, they will feel safe to cast their vote and to ensure that the candidate of their choice emerge
just
at the end of the day.
Before I let you go, we understand that in the situation that played out in 2018, there were circumstances and situations of vote buying largely in the state. And as much as we have electorates out there early in the morning, are there indications, are there signals, are there whatever things that will point us to any sort of vote buying at the moment?
As regards that, yesterday we were with one of the civil society organization, a member of the civil society organization, where he said the politicians seems to have designed another method for the vote buying. He said, according to him, what they are doing now is not an open thing, as in coming to the polling booth to give voters money, but now they are going to their various houses, doing their campaign, buying voters. But I believe with the mechanism that the Independent National Electoral Commission has put in place, and with the security men that have been deployed to various polling units, I believe that will not play out today. Let's just hope. I believe the hope is that the INEC officials on ground, the monitoring team, as well as security agencies, they will up their game to ensure that normalcy exists at every polling unit, so that activity like vote buying and other violence will not come to play.
I believe you've brought us up to date to an extent, and some of the things we need to know. We'll link up with you in consequent times later in the day. Thank you, Kunle Ojo.